Welcome back to Coach's Corner, and with us, the head coach of the Ponca City Wildcat football team, Coach Scott Harmon, is with us. Coach, thank you for being here.
Appreciate it, Sean.
This is it, where, the long summer, the strength training, the two-a-days, all of the practices, and it all comes down to the season's about to start.
Right, it's the most exciting time of the year for these young men who have, and our staff that's putting a lot of time and effort into the off season. We started a couple of days right after the season last year, put in 9, hard months in there. The kids have done really well. We've put on almost 600 pounds of lean muscle as a team in the weight room. So it's really done a good job. We lost our strength coach late in the summer to Wichita State, but have replaced him with Coach Antonio Folks, and he's kind of jumped in there and just kept it right on rolling. So we're really pleased
Fantastic.
with that aspect.
Well, and that strength training, we've talked about last year, we talked about the differences that can make for a team overall. And you're seeing it, 600 pounds. You're keeping track of it.
Oh, you bet. You bet.
Do you see that translating on the practice field?
We do. We see a lot of that helping our kids.
Yeah.
A lot of it is technique and a lot of it is hard work. But I mean, when they're bigger, faster, and stronger, it makes everything look better. I'm around them so much every day that I don't notice it as
Right,
much as
right.
other people do. When I went to Stillwater, or we went to the Stillwater the other day, had several people comment on our bodies as a team and the improvement that you just see from the eye.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the Wildcats summer two-a-days, that's always a part of our high school football. Two-a-days. It's probably the part that the players look forward to the least. But as a coach,
Right.
I mean, that's a powerful time. And how was it this year?
It was really did really well. To be honest with you, we started school on a Wednesday. Practice started on a Monday, so we only got really 2.5 days. The 2 days generally we get a full week of those, but
Yeah.
because of the days and where it starts and when school started a little bit earlier, we didn't get as much. A lot of people have gone away from 2 days because of the heat, so you really kind of got to watch it. We go 7 in the morning, 7 in the evening. I'm old fashioned, and
Yeah.
as long as I'm coaching, we'll never get away from that.
Yeah, yeah. Fantastic. It's smart to do it early and late.
You bet.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's get right into the season. Opening with a road game, and it's a rivalry game on the 6th, the Enid Plainsmen. And, Coach, opening with a big rivalry game, I mean, the Wildcats are no stranger to doing that. What do you think about how do you feel about that? I mean, it would be kind of like the Cowboys and Sooners hooking up in game one.
I'm used to it coming from Hominy. We always open the season with Hominy Cleveland, which is probably one of the biggest rivalries in Oklahoma history. I think they've been playing 95 years.
Yeah.
So I'm used to that. Enid got a new coach. He's an OSU grad. So I know Rashawn just a little bit, not really well. Actually, I know his younger brother's a little bit better than I do him. But he's going to do a good job down there. I think he's kind of going through some of the growing pains that I went through last year. So I'm sure after we get through this first game, he'll kind of visit with me and see how things went. Because I told him, I said, after we play, I'd be glad to help you out any way I can.
Yeah, yeah. After the game.
Yeah, afterwards.
After the game. Yeah. Well, the Enid Plainsmen, if you've had a chance to, I mean, with this first game, how difficult is it for you? Because there isn't tape.
Well, we actually, they will play a 0-week game this week against Guthrie. And so we do get to see them. Actually, we get to see Enid and Guthrie play this week in 0. We'll go scout them Friday night.
Perfect.
That's why we scrim on Thursday, so we
Yeah.
can go scout them on the Friday night, and we'll see our week 1 and week 2 opponents. So really, we're going to get 2 weeks to prepare for them, and they're only going to get 3 or 4 days for us, so we're kind of pleased about that.
Well, yeah, we could flip around the perspective. They're the ones that are not going to get the tape.
Right, you're right.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. Well, the Wildcats will be on the road, and of course, you can hear all of the action on KPNC 100.7 FM. Jordan Woodruff, the voice of the Wildcats, will be traveling with the Wildcats for that game. You can also watch the live video stream paired with the audio broadcast at PoncaCityNow.com. Let's talk team leaders. Every team has them. They develop pretty quickly, and you know exactly who they are.
Yeah, what stands out to me offensively, our leader on the offense is pretty much Justin Andrews. He was the starting quarterback as a sophomore, finished the season last year as the quarterback, and done a pretty good job this year. He's a really emotional kid. I kind of got to tone him down just a little bit, and I'd rather have to pull the reins back in on a guy than have to kind of kick him in the tail a little bit, a little bit. So
right.
that's a good thing, so to speak. He does a really good job runs the ball hard. Ray Longoria had a good scrimmage, and I'd like to mention our offensive front. We did pretty good up front. Our big guys are improving daily. You've got Simeon Fagai, you've got Sheldon Takoidi, you got a couple of juniors on there that look really good. You got Landon Varner and Ben Klanica. So those guys did pretty good up front. Defensively, you have Lennox Sun Eagle, who's led the team in tackles the last 2 years, and a young man named Eli Wool, who we refer to as Hollywood. We miss Hollywood. He broke his arm late in the summer playing baseball, but will be cleared Thursday afternoon, and we'll play in game 1.
Oh, fantastic. That is great news. That is great news to have Eli out there.
Yeah.
Now, I got to ask you about starters that were lost, that were seniors last year. They're no longer with us. And some returners that you're really excited about having on the team.
We really miss Reese Webb. He was kind of the vocal leader last year. Reese had actually lost weight. He went from about 230 to about 215. So we're considerably bigger across the line. I mean, we've got some really, really big kids up there. So we're moving some bodies up there. We also miss Abram Archiga quite a bit on the defense side of the ball. He was kind of our vocal leader. And then we had a kind of a gentleman who did so much for us last year. Just the little bitty dirty work for us, and I'm missing his name right now, but he played fullback and linebacker for us. I can see his face right now.
That happens.
Yeah,
right?
I'm sorry.
You got a lot going on.
Yeah,
You got a lot
140
going
kids,
on.
but
Right.
we do miss those kids. And what's funny about Lane Bristow came by the other day. So those kids come by and they're still looking at us, and when they come by and look at practice, they see a little difference, and they're missing it. So we appreciate those kids and what they did for us last year, and they're always welcome in and around our program.
Yeah, absolutely. It's tell you, once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat, right? That's a Wildcat way. Coach Scott Harmon is our guest here on this edition of Coach's Corner. On this segment, talking about Enid, September 6th. The first home game of the season will be on the 13th. Guthrie will come to town, and we hope everyone fills Solon Stadium for a big home opener with Guthrie on the 13th. Coach, thank you. Looking forward to having you right here on this show as much as possible all season long.
Be here on a lot of Mondays.
All right. We'll get it done. And thank you for watching. And our thanks to Coach Wendy Landis and Coach Scott Harmon. Until next time, that's Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Sean Anderson. Thanks for watching.